The foods we eat shape our lives. The problem is kids are not eating the foods that will benefit them. Lifestyles are changing. We're moving at a faster pace. Both parents are working and there is no time to cook traditional dinners. So families are eating on the run. Teenagers are socializing more at an earlier age and wind up hanging out at fast food places to meet their friends. Nutrition is something most kids don't know much about. Patty, what'd you have for lunch today?
Oh, pizza, soda, pie, potato chips. That's it.
That's all I ever eat for lunch. Candy bar.
Cheeseburger, milk, and tater tots.
Chocolate milk.
That's it?
Yeah.
A bag of potato chips and a soda.
How come? How come you had that?
Because that's what I eat every day.
Candy bars, potato chips, soda. That's what a lot of kids are eating for lunch. They're not eating right. And that affects the way they look and feel, their health and their appearance. Obesity, high blood pressure, and elevated blood sugar all can happen to you if you don't care what you eat or how much you eat.
Today, children have more foods to choose from than ever before. Advertising has definitely played a role in the foods that the children choose. The food habits that they're brought up with, what they see their parents eating, the models that are set, this is another factor that can be very important.
People say you can tell a great deal about someone else when you see them in the checkout line at the supermarket. What food are they buying, good food or junk? One supermarket owner tells us men are by far the worst offenders when it comes to buying junk food. And kids, well, they learn from the adults as well as the advertisements. The Luzerne County Intermediate Unit has a special nutrition program. Jane Grogan is part of it, and she's been keeping track of what kids eat all day and night.
We found that children generally were not eating enough of milk and milk products, dairy products, this type of thing. In fact, less than 10% of the children that we had surveyed were meeting the requirements from this food group. We also found that less than 10% of the children were eating enough fresh fruits and vegetables, or even processed fruits and vegetables.
So, the kids are not getting the vitamins and minerals their bodies require. Tomorrow at 6, we'll take a look at some things that are being done to change bad eating habits.
Pineapple.
Artificial chocolate chip flavor. Ready sweetened rice cereal. Artificial fruit flavored frosted corn puffs. Ready sweetened chocolate flavored rice. When mothers and fathers reach for breakfast cereals, they reach for their child's favorites. But what the kids like is not always the most nutritious. There is a great deal of sugar in those cereals, and lots of sugar takes its toll. It's just not good for us, and this is where we wind up. In the dentist chair with decayed teeth and bad gums. Of course, not only the mouth suffers, so does your entire body. That's what these kids found out when they started taking classes in nutrition at Lake Lehman High School. Not only do they learn the basics in nutrition, but much more, like studying additives, diets, and even cuts of meat.
I used to eat like a lot of like junk cereals and stuff, and now like I go home and I look at the ingredients on it and I say, this is what I'm putting into my body, and like I look at the good cereals and I say, oh, this is what I want to eat, you know, I don't want to eat any of that junk stuff.
Foods teacher Jerry Jones came up with the idea of replacing the soda machine in school with a vending machine that offers fruit juices. The students picked up on the idea and pushed hard for the switch. They're waiting for administrative approval.
You can't teach nutrition and have a school back you with Coke machines and candy machines. That's not the way to teach nutrition. I can't look over their shoulders and see how many times they're at the Coke machine. But we've been trying to get them to be aware of what they're eating, and so we'd like to put in fruit juice machines and possibly a fresh fruit machine in place of the candy and soda machine.
With the fresh fruit in school, it's there to buy. The candy won't be there to buy, and we'll end up buying the fresh fruit.
The Luzerne County Intermediate Unit is hoping to get through to more kids like the Lake Lehman students. It's offering free courses in nutrition to teachers, so the teachers will pass on the information to students. But there are efforts to reach the much younger children also. Youngsters from 6 months to 5 years old spend their day at the Kingston Child Development Center, and one thing they learn about is food.
We make games of learning new foods and how maybe a food that we would normally have cooked, sometimes we try it raw. This last week they tried rutabaga, which I bet a lot of people haven't even tasted. We don't happen to have any here today, but today they are trying fresh pineapple. Yep.
Not only are the children introduced to new foods, but sometimes they help make some of it.
We've had many children come into our center who have had very poor eating habits, who wouldn't eat vegetables or fruits or even things as likeable to kids as peanut butter. We give them a variety of choices, and through encouragement, they do improve their eating habits quite a bit.
The good eating habits developed at the center must be reinforced at home. In fact, that's where they should start. But in many instances, nutrition is no longer a priority with us.